Eudora High School Athletics. On your new home for Cardinal sports, Eudora Sports Live. Eudora Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance. They have Kansas covered with 23 companies to give you the best choices possible. Learn more at kansasins.com. Eudora Sports Live is also presented by It's time for Eudora High School Athletics. On your new home for the Cardinals, Eudora Sports Live.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Cobb Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Cobb Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Cobb Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Cobb Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
High-quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Jean's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family-owned, Jean's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Jean's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Jean's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Welcome in here to Eudora Sports Live. My name is Reed McAvoy. I am here with my dad, Kevin McAvoy, for what is going to be the final regular season broadcast of football here on Eudora Sports Live. I was here with you guys yesterday as we wrapped up the final regular season soccer game, as that team prepares for regionals coming up next week. And that will be the case for these Eudora Cardinals. Next week, regionals will be coming up, but here is their final game of the season, which presents them a chance to try to equalize their record, which currently sits at 3-4. Maybe a bit of a surprise after coming off of such a great season last year, where they went 8-2. But they now come in against the Paola Panthers, who are 4-3. So this is going to be a big game here today. As they're going to do the national anthem here, we will take another break here and be back on Eudora Sports Live.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
The MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live. 8.5 minutes says the scoreboard from kickoff. That would mean, and this is your Cobb Valley State Bank pregame show here on your broadcast, brought to you by Kansas Insurance on Eudora Sports Live. I was just looking through the records from last year. Last year, this same matchup ended 35-0 for Eudora. However, after last week, I am not at all interested in really using last year's records or stats as or putting any stock in that, as last year Eudora absolutely crushed Tonganoxie 45-7, and last week they lost 21-7 to Tonganoxie. So last year's no indication. Other reasons last year's no indication. Eudora has lost twice as many games this year already in this season. Paola has already outdone last year's win total for themselves, and even if they lost this week and regionals next week, cannot match their loss total of last year. So this Paola team that last year was 3-6 now sits here 4-3. Obviously a team that is on the uptick, and the Cardinals, to be honest, in terms of this season versus last, it's been a big, a pretty substantial regression here, unfortunately. But never matter. This is a matchup where the Cardinals are favored. And it's also senior night, so that is a big motivation, I'm sure, for a lot of the star players on this team. What do you think we might see here today, Kevin?
Well, I think if you look at the season, that there have been some key injuries to Eudora, so hopefully we'll see some of these young men back on the field. and we'll see if they can step up, get their record to leveled off, and head into the playoffs on a little bit of upward trajectory.
Right, and that's of course the primary one being Errol Seaman, who last week it was an interesting involvement that he had. He had been out 2 weeks ago, but last week he only played linebacker, no fullback, which is the position where he tends to make his biggest impact out there on the field. But he was out there only at linebacker, despite how close that game was and how much the Cardinals might have used his impact on offense. He was only allowed to play defense by Coach Steffen, so it'll be interesting to see what his usage is like today. And then you also spoke to momentum. Paola coming into this game off of a huge 54-0 win over Bonner Springs, a team that Eudora also beat handily. That was very early on this season. And then Eudora, as we already talked about, coming in off of a tough and hard-fought loss to Tonganoxie. That was 21-7, the final score there. So if that means anything, then Paola is certainly coming in on the high note with motivation. But I think that the home game and senior night for these Eudora Cardinals might be able to cancel that out and get it on a level playing field in terms of momentum, as it might be.
I'm sure that's what the coaches are hoping for that little bit of hometown energy to help cheer these gentlemen on as they fight for their season.
Right, so certainly looking for a good win today for Eudora. And something I am seeing just now, good news at least, is Errol Seaman in uniform. He is active today. That does not mean that his involvement will be any larger or less, perhaps, than last week. But he is in uniform, so he will most likely see the field today. We will take one last break here on this Caw Valley State pregame show, and then we will be back with kickoff approaching here on Eudora Sports Live.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
Hi guys, just wanted to say thank you from Eudora Animal Hospital for all your support and go Cards!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know.
and Clark sheer athleticism.
It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom
Reaching residential areas?
and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
The smoothest, the creamiest, the most amazing ice cream you've ever had. That's what you'll find at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in historic downtown Eudora, Kansas. With over 100 mouthwatering Wisconsin-made ice cream flavors, including dairy-free and gluten-free options. The bakery is always serving up the most heavenly cookies, cakes, and so much more. Ask about Main Street's custom cakes for that special occasion. What are you waiting for? Come make the sweetest of memories at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in downtown Eudora, where it's always ice cream time.
Question: what will you find on all over-the-counter or OTC medicine packages to help you choose the right drug and use it safely? The answer: the Drug Facts label. This label lists the medicine's active ingredients and purpose, how much to take, and warnings you should know before using it. Remember, even OTC medicines you buy without a prescription can cause side effects you don't want. So follow the information listed on the Drug Facts label. For more information, visit fda.gov/Drug Facts label. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Back here again on the Caw Valley State Bank pregame show. Caw Valley State Bank provides the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking service possible. They're proud to cheer on the Cardinals and serve the Eudora community. Learn more at cawvalleystatebank.com. And on our pregame show, we've got starting lineups. So an interesting twist to the tale here, because it is senior night. Coach Steffen was not asked to provide a starting lineup for the PA. Rather, they just announced the seniors for Eudora, which wouldn't really matter, except for that means we are left in the dark for whether or not Errol Seaman is listed as a starter, because the lineup I've got is last week's starters, where he was indeed a starter. So I will announce him as a starter, but that does not actually hold any weight, as Coach Steffen did not label him as a starter today. Not that he also didn't label him as a starter. Hopefully you're tracking there with me. Our starting lineups are brought to you by the Eudora Community Library. The Eudora Community Library is proud to support the Eudora Cardinals by providing exceptional community events for children and families through excellence, inclusion, persistence, and collaboration. Go Cardinals, the library is cheering you on. And those starters that we've got on defense for the Cards are George Hagan, Braylon Hubler, Wyatt Summers, Adrian Seals. Braylon Hubler, I should mention, is the leading tackler. He has overtaken Adrian Seals as the leading tackler, who he was just a couple weeks ago. Errol Seaman, put an asterisk next to that one. Christian Jarrett, Cole Manley, Owen Wilkes, and Thomas Cromer. That's the starters for the Cardinals. And then on the Paola side of things, they have J.D. Troutman, Landon Hill, Tristan Kotzer, Jace Curley, Vincent Jones, Clayton Younger, Carter Koch, Carson Martin, Eli Richmond, Thomas Cords, and Wade Enman. So those are the starters for our game today. Again, brought to you by the Eudora Community Library. And now, as opening kickoff approaches, I've got yet another live read for you. Let me get to that one. As opening kickoff is brought to you by Pyramid Place Early Education Center. Kick off your child's educational success by enrolling them at Pyramid's Place. They're your place in Eudora for quality preschool education, childcare, and after-school programs. To learn more, visit them on their Facebook page or call 785-542-1296. And as you can see, the teams are going to their sidelines and then emerging with their 11 to start. The Cardinals will be kicking off, so they will be beginning on defense. You might be able to see there on your screen. You are right at the 35-yard line. Errol Seaman standing there, appearing eager to get on the field, maybe in his own mental space over there, away from his teammates. I'll see what his involvement is here today, as we've talked about a few times already here on the Caw Valley State Bank pregame show, which is now concluding as we are ready for kickoff here in what is a big game. I mentioned already the Cardinals have had a big regression in terms of their record. Even if they win this game, it'll be a lot less attractive than last year's 8-2 final record. But getting back to a 500 season is the goal of the day, whether or not that's where they wanted to be when this season began. It is the new objective as they have battled through injuries and different challenges over the course of the season. And so this is a game that will determine the quality of their regional matchup opponent, which the Cardinals generally are able to dispatch their first opponent, but it could still determine who they will play. And Caden Kerr now ready to kick it away from the 40-yard line as this game is underway. It is immediately bobbled by Paola, but then recovered there by Xander Mining. And he is going to be brought down right around the 26 or 27-yard line. So we are the most convincing start, bobbling the kickoff, but Mining was able to regain possession and get downfield. Coble ended up making the opening tackle, and we are just getting right into this one.
You know, I was going to mention we have a very comfortable evening for football here in the high 70s after last week's chilly game.
Absolutely, it is a huge difference. Last week against Tonganoxie was awful, especially for me because I was outside of the booth. And here, this is a trick play to begin the game. This was a pitch back, and this is going to be pass interference. The pitch was to J.D. Troutman, the running back, who does have 2 pass attempts on this season, 1 completion that went for 37 yards. There was his 3rd pass attempt on the year, and they are going to get Wyatt Summers for pass interference. And I just forgot to do my flag animation, but I'll get it next time. Anyways, Wyatt Summers is going to be dinged there for pass interference. It was shoulder to shoulder contact. It wasn't super blatant, but in the end, referee, who was pretty near to that call or near to the play, made that call there. So 15 yards against the Cardinals to start here. I don't think that you can fault the Cardinals too much. We've talked about the penalties before, but that one was a trick play. I think that getting away with it without being a touchdown is nice. Something else, Errol Seaman, number 8, is out there on defense, so he will at least be as involved as he was last week. And now I think we can maybe complain about the Cardinals, as there has not even been a play yet that has counted, and 20 yards have been gained by the Paola Panthers by penalties. Still first down here now 1st and 5. So their drive consists of 0 plays and 20 yards gained so far.
Not what you want your defense to be doing for you.
No, not on senior night, not on any night. And this play, I lost track of the ball in there, as did some Cardinals defenders. In the end, it looks like Xander Mining got the ball there and got the carry. That's the 5'7" junior. He picked up most of those 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 1 here. So a fast start here. Paola already in Cardinals territory. They are jumping again. The Panthers did not react, so a flag will not be thrown. But had they pointed and got up there or snapped the ball, a flag would have certainly been thrown on the Cardinals' defensive line. So certainly lacking some discipline here early on. J.D. Troutman, the junior, gets a carry there and will pick up the first down. Their first new set of downs, despite those their initial first down lasting more than 20 yards downfield.
Well, and hopefully the defense can get the jitters out, can get their feet underneath them, and get into the game here.
Yeah, certainly they seem a little bit eager to get out the gate, which you can't fault them for, but they need to rein it in just a little bit. Watch that ball. Don't go until it moves, which has been a struggle here. Not even 2 minutes in, they've jumped twice prior to the snap. This is another quick handoff to Troutman. And this time he is stopped immediately. Errol Seaman, one of many different Cardinals that brought the runner down before he maybe got 2 yards. Looks like it was maybe Van Dong in there on the tackle. I think that can't be right. It must have been Logan Cundiff in on that tackle.
Looks like a very generous spot. Maybe 3, almost 4 yards they awarded the young man.
That's true. Yeah, I don't think that it's either he didn't get that far downfield, but referees see otherwise. There were some jersey number changes over the last couple weeks for the Cardinals. The most notable being Braden Van Dong changing from number 17 to number 52. There were a few others that corresponded there, but the Van Dong one was the most important. Here's another short run on the ground here, and it'll bring up an early 3rd down here.
Seems like Paola's going with the ground and pound offense.
Right, which it seemed that they will do that because they were so sure that the Cardinals were sure they were going to do that their first play was playing off of them doing the run before they had even established the run. So I think that they know that their film has established their run game across this season with their 4 wins. Running has been important, and here is a pitch outside to the left, and it will go for a first on the ground. Looks like Clayton Younger, the senior there, who has more than 120 carries and 800 yards with 5 touchdowns to go with it on the ground. So certainly a very effective runner in Clayton Younger. That is a first down again. The second first down that came by way of the Paola offense rather than the Cardinals defense.
Actually earning it instead of being awarded it.
Exactly. And they are now inside the 35-yard line. It'll be interesting to see. They do have a primary kicker listed in Maxwell Warden. We'll focus in on this play here as it is a short run for maybe 3 or 4. And I saw him taking some kicks in pregame from around the 30-yard line, which would be about a 40-yard kick. Not all of his kicks were going in, but they had the distance, so potentially field goal range for Paola. We'll see if that matters for them or if they just decide to go for it on 4th. 2nd and 4 here, though. We're talking about 4th down, and it's 2nd down here.
Yeah, once again, very generous spot on the way of the Zebras.
Kotzer under center here, and he's going to keep it. That was a nice little fake there. He pretended that he handed it off and then just kind of tips down on the drive for the Panthers.
Well, they're inside the red zone, so the defense needs to spread out here, focus on that run, and see what they can do to stop it.
Yeah, when the field gets 20 yards shorter right off the bat before a play has happened, it gets easier for the opponent to get into the red zone, as they have done here. And Tristan Kotzer now getting the call from the sideline, the senior. 2 different running backs behind him. He is going to go to Younger. And Younger stays up, and I think he got a first down there before finally being wrapped up by maybe Errol Seaman in there on that one.
Looks a hair short, possibly.
PA says Majet in on the tackle. I'll believe him because I had a hard time seeing it. They are going to call him short of the first down, so it was a 9-yard run. 2nd and 1 here. This is a keeper by the quarterback, Kotzer. Makes his first man miss. That was Watson who he juked away there and then picked up the first and a little bit more. So it'll be and goal now for the Panthers.
It's been a very effective drive for Paola, just absolutely just hammering the defense and moving down piece by piece.
Absolutely. There, it seems that the Panthers formation is often Kotzer with then two running backs behind him in Troutman and Younger, who he then either keeps it himself or hands it to one of them. But on this occasion, just Younger as the lone back, and it's going to go to him. And he is in for the touchdown early on here. Paola takes the lead. This team is very good at running the ball, and I think a lot of that is down to Kotzer being very deceptive. That handoff was extremely short. He barely extended his arms there and got it extremely smoothly into the hands of Younger, and Younger was then able to score the touchdown. So it's clear to see why this team is so good at running the ball. Being able to disguise that handoff is huge for buying yourself a couple seconds of space. And this kick is up and very nicely well done from Maxwell Warden, who puts it through to make it 7-0 here early on for Paola. We will take a quick break and be right back.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals, a Metro, or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Back here again as the Cardinals are now prepared to receive their first kickoff of the game. It is Seals back deep to return. He has Majette on his left and Christian Jarrett on his right. If Warden's kickoff happens to come up a little short, perhaps. Actually, that's not Warden out there. I'm realizing that is somebody different out there taking kicks. That is J.D. Troutman, their junior running back. He also did make that PAT. I was just looking at the player listed on the roster as kicker. But anyway, J.D. Troutman puts his kick away. It is going to be short. It was towards the way of Bryce Mulvihill, and that kick will go out of bounds, which means the Cardinals will start at their 35-yard line. Not a bad spot to begin the drive. After that kickoff out of bounds, which will give the Cardinals a nice starting position. See, so the Cardinals gifted, actually, excuse me, they start at the 35. I was right. Yeah. The Cardinals offered a 20 yards up on penalties on that first drive. While this is not quite the same thing, giving up a good field position on the kickoff by way of penalty means that the Cardinals will also start in a solid part of the field.
And it's certainly up to the team to really answer that long, drawn-out drive to get in this, get some momentum on the offense, and at least get a handful of first downs.
If you are anything like me, you've got your eyes peeled for number 8 right now, and I am not seeing him out there on the field. Looks like Hubler is the main back. I'm not seeing him on the sideline either, though, so he's got to be somewhere hiding from me. There he is. He is on the sideline. Hubler is the main back, and Paola jumps on the first play, so they are gifting some yards by way of penalty as well. Yes, it is indeed encroachment on Paola. So both teams, before being able to even snap a down, were gifted free yards by way of penalty. Paola even tried to one-up that by kicking it out of bounds. They tried to give up yards even quicker. It's a bit of a fiasco in terms of the penalties, but anyway, back to where I was. Errol Seaman is indeed on the sideline right now. Doesn't mean he won't play offense, but we will put a pin in that one, as it is Braylon Hubler, who has been very effective. 6 touchdowns over his last 2 games filling in. So it's not like Hubler is some chump in the backfield. Here he gets the give. And he's still up. And on the short distance, he was able to get the first down, but that was nearly a 10-yard run anyway. But on the 1st and 5, it was made extra easy for him. And with that gain of 9, Braylon Hubler gets a first down right away for the Cardinals.
Reed, what do you think the chances are that Eudora goes to the air at all here on the opening drive?
That's an interesting question. These Panthers have a lot of solid corners. A lot of their best athletes play the defensive back position, but Adrian Seals, potentially the best athlete on this Cardinals offense, is certainly a danger in the air. Here's Majette on the ground, though. Out to the right side. A nice diving tackle there from J.D. Troutman means that Majette's run is cut short after 3 or 4. But no, it's an interesting point you bring up. They could go through the air. Cole Manley, the senior, maybe Coach Steffen will call to him a little bit because it's senior night. I don't know how much he'll let that affect the playbook, but it's not impossible that they want to get the ball in the air to Seals, who is a senior himself.
Well, on one of these second and mid opportunities, it's a good chance to throw that ball because you have 2 runs if you need to pick up that first down.
All right, they certainly could. Hubler is the main back. Majette is tight there. The motion man is Seals, actually. And it was a quick give to Hubler and an even quicker tackle as that will go nowhere, which means it'll be 3rd and 6.
Swarmed by the Paola defense there.
Yes, absolutely wrapped up. They read that handoff just as quickly as their quarterback is able to hand it off on offense. Extremely impressive closing speed there, and Hubler was not able to get anywhere. They're actually going to call it a loss of 1, so 3rd and 7. Just in the edge of Panther territory here. Manley under center. Couple receivers, one on the left, one on the right. This is Seals in motion, and the pitch to Seals. Seals on the ground here. He will get about half of the distance back, but not enough for a first. Interesting position for the Cardinals here. In Panthers territory, but it's 4th down. Will they punt?
4th and 2. There's a chance they stay on here and go for it.
Looks like they will. Manley talking it over there with Coach Steffen and then sent back out there. So right on the 43-yard line wouldn't be a horrible spot to turn the ball over. Not ideal by any means, but not the worst spot if they fail to convert here. But only 2 yards. Certainly a Hubler carry or a Majette toss or maybe a surprise pass here could catch someone off guard. It's a Seals on the motion, but the pitch to Hubler, it'll be close, and then he will power through for what I believe will indeed be a first down. When he was met first contact, he was short, but he did not give up at all, shoved through that tackle, and converted on 4th down.
Real power from Hubler that he's just showing off right there. Impressive push.
Yeah, he is filling in very nicely here as the star running back. As I mentioned, 6 touchdowns over the last 2 weeks. Maybe a little skewed because of that 5-touchdown Schlegel game, but he scored 5 touchdowns in that game, and I think he deserves credit for it.
Absolutely.
And he was also the lone touchdown against Tonganoxie, which was a very impressive defense, and he was the one that made it happen. Seals in motion again. Hubler with the give again. Pushing through defenders again.
That's a powerful young man.
Yes, he is. The first man to hit him is not going to bring him down, it would seem. Interesting to see how they're using Seals, motioning him around the backfield. They did also pitch it to him once, which certainly should catch the defense. They feel like they'll need to adjust for him.
Yeah, keep their eyes open on that one, too.
Right. It's interesting not sending him out wide, though. It means that, they can maybe focus a little bit in on him more. It's Christian Jarrett who has been the ex-receiver, the main guy out there on the line so far in this game. Seals in motion again, and is going to be Seals. Seals makes the first man miss, and he's going to get the first down on a dive there, and then a late flag comes in. I'll be interested to see what this is, but if the play stands or if the penalty is on Paola, then Seals did convert for a first down there on a nice run. That even if it doesn't count, will earn him some credit, as I was just mentioning when he motions around the backfield, that defense will have to be scared of him, fear the man that is Adrian Seals. It is
against the offense.
Yeah, I didn't see the motion there.
Could be illegal formation, possibly.
It almost looked like a roughing the passer motion, which I obviously wouldn't be. Maybe it was personal foul or holding. Are we going to get a further explanation here? Yeah, personal. Okay, it is just a personal foul. Yeah. So a personal foul will back up the Cardinals, and so Seals' run is canceled out. As I said, though, still will earn him some credit on that Paola side of things. They'll have to beware of number 4's running abilities. He is dangerous with the ball in his hands. A player who tends to be dangerous without the ball in his hands, running routes really well and then finding space to make a catch. But without the star man, Errol Seaman, in the backfield, they instead have decided to pitch it to Seals and just get him the ball any way possible to let him try to make plays. As I say that, though, he's going to line up wide. And as I say that, a timeout is at least signaled for by the refs. Not sure if it was called by a coach.
So somehow it's reset to 1st and 10 from the 45, which I don't know how you can do that.
Ooh, that's a great point because it should still be second and 4 or something, whatever it was when Seals got the ball. Yeah, I think the scoreboard might actually be incorrect. No, the thing on the sideline as well says 1st down. Yeah, I don't think that's correct. That might be the holdup here. No, they're playing on. I'm not sure if 1st and 10 is actually what it's supposed to be, but it is what the referee has. Here is a quick give. No, Manley keeps. 1st down and
wonderful run.
And a very nice clutch tackle from J.D. Troutman, but not before a huge run comes from Cole Manley. Faked the handoff to Hubler, and then he kept and was off to the races. The track star, he knows how to run. Moves there, got a big gain and a big 1st down for the Cardinals as they are now closing in on the red zone, trying to respond with an effective drive of their own after Paola had a very impressive opening drive.
And whatever down that was, it's 1st down now.
That's a great point. He bailed the referees out there a little bit. Maybe that would have been like a 5th down situation like Missouri had forever ago, but not here. Cole Manley making it easy on the referees. Here is Hubler in motion. Manley keeps and then pitches to Hubler. Hubler with a nice move there, but 3 Paola defenders wrapped him up in the end, including J.J. Crawford, the junior. So that looked like no gain there from Hubler.
Well, that was an interesting choice there.
I think Errol Seaman was out there on that play. Whatever it was, I saw him come off towards the sideline as if he had just been in the previous play. If he did, I missed it.
He's got his helmet on. He's pacing the sidelines.
Yeah.
He might be wanting to get in there.
Yeah, all right. He might have been involved in there. But, again, I want to try to not talk about him too much if he's not doing anything, but I can't help myself. I can't help myself. He's just such a good player. I know we all know the impact he could have out there. Jump on the defense there. So, is that an injury or?
There he is.
Yes, Errol Seaman is indeed involved on offense, subbing in there for Christian Jarrett. Not sure what the Eudora players on the ground there was. It was either playful joking or maybe there's some cramping there on the line. But either way, Errol Seaman is out there. Braylon Hubler playing tight, the same as Matt Majette. And the down fullback there is number 8, Errol Seaman. He will get the give. And looks like it'll be very close to the 1st down. It was 2nd and 6. The referees certainly got it marked close. And the referee signals to stop the clock, which would be an indication that was a 1st down. So Errol Seaman back out there on offense for the first time in a couple weeks. Gets the call, gets the ball, and gets the 1st down. They are going to be content to let the quarter run out and switch sides for the 2nd quarter as they close in on the red zone here. We will take a break and then be right back on Eudora Sports Live. Keep it here.
The smoothest, the creamiest, the most amazing ice cream you've ever had. That's what you'll find at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in historic downtown Eudora, Kansas. With over 100 mouthwatering Wisconsin-made ice cream flavors, including dairy-free and gluten-free options. The bakery is always serving up the most heavenly cookies, cakes, and so much more. Ask about Main Street's custom cakes for that special occasion. What are you waiting for? Come make the sweetest of memories at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in downtown Eudora, where it's always ice cream time.
Cardinals have switched sides here as the ball will be snapped from the 13-yard line once this play begins. So this 1st and 10 is not 1st and goal. They could earn a 1st and goal if they were to get down inside the 3. And Errol Seaman is still out there involved on offense here as the Cardinals try to formulate a response on their first drive of the game, which is now leaked across into the second quarter. It was a 6-minute drive from Paola. It's going to be a more than 6-minute drive from the Cardinals. Manley with the give to Errol. Errol Seaman gets maybe 4 on that one, so it'll be 2nd and 6. Just good seeing number 8 back out there on O. It's been a while. But as we mentioned, Hubler is filled in very nicely. But that doesn't change. I know how much Errol Seaman wants to be out there, how much he wants to make big plays. It's just good to see him get that opportunity again.
On senior night, you're happy to see Hubler get some yards too.
Very true. 2nd and 8 here, so they called Errol Seaman's run a little shorter than I thought it was. Majette in motion. A quick inside give there to Errol Seaman.
Looks like it might be the first down.
It should be a first down. It was nearly a touchdown. Errol Seaman snuck in. They did that in the style of Paola, where Manley stands up there, was a little nonchalant, and then hands it into Errol Seaman. And now a flag. Extremely late flag. One of the latest flags I've ever seen.
It was almost on the next play.
Yeah, it'd be interested to see what this is. I don't think it'll take 1st and goal away from the Cardinals, regardless of what it is. Here's going to be the call. The sideline. Sideline against the Panthers. Interesting. I've never seen that motion, but it was pretty straightforward what it was. Saying, get off the field from the referee there. So I don't think it actually affected the play necessarily. Is it still 1st and 2, or 1st and goal from the 2, which is what it was going to be regardless. Anyway, we'll focus in as Hubler is the main back. Seals in motion. The give to Hubler. And he is in. Braylon Hubler with his 7th touchdown in 3 games. He gets into the end zone and presents the Cardinals a chance to tie this game early on, as both teams' opening drives were rather efficient, full of good running, and capitalized by a touchdown. The scoreboard had the wrong score on it. Not ours, though. The Cardinals now set up for the PAT. It'll be Caden Kerr to take as Hubler capitalized there. Another really nice handoff from Cole Manley there, where he looked to his left first, came across to his right, just sort of fighting off any defenders that were watching his eyes, watching him closely, and it bought whatever space Hubler needed there on the 2-yard line to convert. Here's Kerr's kick, up and good. So this game is tied on Eudora Sports Live. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
As Caden Kerr is ready to kick this one away, I will give you our presenting sponsor, as Eudora Sports Live is brought to you by Kansas Insurance. At Kansas Insurance, they believe in taking time to issue personal care and attention to each individual client. To see how Kansas Insurance can help you protect what matters most, call 913-369-6600. Kerr now has the ball down and ready to kick away here. 10:55 remain in the first half. It is a tie game, 7 apiece. Both teams have had one drive and had one touchdown. This kick is yet again bobbled by Paola. Troutman picks it up here, weaving around there, and he will get brought down right around the 36 or 37. Neither time fielding the ball from Caden Kerr's foot has been pretty for Paola, but they have not turned it over yet, and haven't even gotten particularly close to doing so because they've had a lot of time to pick it back up. Either way, Panthers will now start at the 37-yard line, their second drive of the game, after their first one went 6 minutes and went for 6 points.
Well, this is approximately the average starting position of both teams about now.
Plus 10 or 15 for penalties we'll see if Paola or if the Cardinals can hold off of doing that one here today. And this give here to Troutman ends up sort of getting tackled by his own man as well as Matt Majette after getting 2 or 3. And hip hip hooray, a first play of a drive is gone without a penalty occurring on it.
Penalty-free plays. Gotta love those as a coach.
So now 2nd and 6 here after Troutman had the first carry. They're in I formation here. Kotzer looking over to the sideline for the call. Jace Curley is the wide receiver.
Well, and there have been no completed passes in this game so far. All runs.
All right. Only the one attempt as well, as this is Mining on that carry. Gets maybe 2. Just the one attempt that was that trick play, and it ended up being pass interference, and that's it. So technically on a stat sheet, there's no pass attempts in this game at all.
Well, and you'd hope to see a little diversity there because it frees up the run if you at least tempt the pass.
Tristan Kotzer for the Panthers has 345 passing yards this year, 5 touchdowns, 5 picks. So while he can sling it, not exactly the most efficient around. 2 backs here on 3rd down, and Kotzer's going to keep, and he is going to get it after getting a somewhat helpful shove from a Eudora defender, putting him past the line to gain, and it'll be 1st and 10 just on the edge of Panthers territory.
Well, once again, the effective run program from both these teams has been hard to get in that backfield, hard to stop them before they get any momentum up, and so almost every run is 2+ yards.
Kotzer coming into today on only 32 carries had 7 touchdowns, so he's a very efficient runner in terms of getting the ball and getting into the end zone. Only 120 yards though, so that wouldn't tell you that those runs are particularly huge, but to have 7 touchdowns on 32 carries means you're doing something right. And Kotzer's been a good ball carrier as well here. On this play is going to be whistled dead. Timeout. So we will take a timeout too as Paola call one here on Eudora Sports Live.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
They're going back out.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live, Reed McAvoy and Kevin McAvoy with you as first down here for the Paola Panthers on the 49-yard line, coming back from their first called timeout. This drive has been going for about a minute now. Their first took 6 minutes before getting into the end zone. As I said, 6 minutes for 6 points. The Cardinals ended up going 7 minutes for, I guess we could say, 7 points. That sounds like I'm making a difference there, which I'm not. But anyway, here is the first down play to Troutman, and he is going to get it. He's still up. That was an impressive run there. Almost one-upping Braylon Hubler in terms of breaking tackles or carrying arm tackles with you, as that one will go for 11 or 12, and Troutman gets the first down. That'll put Troutman, in this game, he came in with 894 yards, so he's put himself over 900 yards. Potentially will close in on an 1,000-yard rushing season today with 8 touchdowns as well to go along with it. A very effective runner is the junior J.D. Troutman. They're in the I form here, Younger and Troutman. Motion man is Vincent Jones. This is another run play, and this one will be stopped pretty quickly in there. J.D. Troutman not allowed to go anywhere. Not even sure if he got back to the line of scrimmage on that one.
Well, the Eudora defender got deep in the backfield, able to tackle the runner from behind and bring him to the ground.
Yeah, no gain on that one. 2nd and 10 here for the Panthers. They like to get the call late in. They get set and then get the call. An interesting strategy. This is the give to Younger. Younger still going. He's got the first. He's at least extremely close. Maybe he didn't get it.
Looks like hair short.
Christian Jarrett was the one that brought him down out there. And they are going to call him short. 3rd and inches here, I'll call it, at the 30-yard line. And Younger is going to keep it. Just a classic QB sneak, no tush push. And he will get the first down on that one.
Well, we talked about them being very deliberate in getting their play in. That one they were going quick to take advantage of the defense.
Yeah, I will be interested to see if the Panthers happen to be put into a 2-minute situation, how this offense will change getting up to the line and just going rather than doing exactly what they're doing now of appearing set and then looking over. To be honest, I'm not sure why it's not a false start when quarterback Kotzer bobs his butt around there when he's under center, but I'll trust the referee's discretion. This play is a quick handoff to Young.
And he was hitting the backfield originally, was able to fight.
As the fullback, and when they set up in the I set, he is the true fullback. So a stronger from the Cardinals. They have his offense works at the line. He's been a very big figure there on the defensive line, both literally and figuratively. The 6'2", 240 sophomore.
That is definitely a big boy.
Yes. 2 more years of Eudora football for him will be impressive to see what kind of impact he can make going forward, as he's already had a big impact here on this season. This is a very short carry here from Younger. He was brought down by Hubler, the leading tackler, as I mentioned earlier today.
Need more of that. The defense spying the runner, locking him up, and getting him to the ground.
There are a couple wide receivers here for the Panthers. That is Alexander Pichnenko and Jace Curley, the 2 receivers. Curley has 10 receptions for 132 yards and a touchdown this season. Pichnenko does not have a reception listed on the year.
It looks like all they're doing is trying to get more defenders out of the box by putting those wideouts out so that Eudora can no longer crowd the box with all their defenders.
Paola is going to call their second timeout here with 5:23 remaining, so we will take a timeout and be right back as the Panthers are into the red zone here.
The MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
Back here. It is approaching 5 minutes, maybe 6 here. Yeah, it's about 5 exactly, actually. So, as their last drive took 6 minutes, and they ended up getting into the end zone. This one could as well take the same amount of time. They hustled to the line here and called the play quickly, and it hit the ground. A very confusing turn of events there that resulted in a few yards being gained for the Panthers. They hustled to the line as if there was 5 seconds left on the play clock. Made me check it. There was 21 seconds left. They were completely fine, and they did immediately snap that ball. So I guess they were trying to play off the fact that they've been very slow to the line this game so far by completely countering that. A big contrast there with a quick play. Maybe a little too quick. Troutman dropped it initially, but picked it up and went for a few yards.
Well, and that change of tempo can really throw the defense off. So we'll see if they can get their feet back under in here.
I mentioned what they might look like in a 2-minute drill. Just from the looks of that, though the ball did hit the ground, I think they would be completely ready were the time to come. This is going to be a keep for the quarterback, Kotzer, and he might convert in there. Yes, he did. He did get the first down. It was 3rd and 3. So he got the 3 and then a little bit more, and it'll now be 1st and goal from inside the 5, and there's a player down for the Cardinals. You're going to have the trainer come out. We will take a quick break and be right back.
High quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Jean's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family owned, Jean's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need in Eudora or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
The injured Cardinal was Thomas Cromer. Seemed like he was just cramping, though. It did seem like it was bothering him as he had hands to face mask, but I think it was just cramping. Trainer helped him out and is now able to walk off the field under his own power. Have to imagine he'll be back out there today, no problem.
And he's hoping to get their next play and it not be the PAT.
This will be 1st and goal from the 2 here. Paola has put up another efficient drive, as they did with their first. Crazy to think that we are very close to halftime, and there have been a total of 3 drives in this first half so far. They have 2 receivers. Troutman is one of the 2, Curley the other. Kotzer under center. Kotzer takes, gives to Younger, and then pushes him, and he is short. No, touchdown is the call, a late call there. Touchdown for the Paola Panthers. Younger gets into the end zone for his 2nd time today on the short give there.
Well, and they're not going to leave much clock from a 4 minutes on the clock would be a fairly quick drive for Eudora to pull off at this point.
Yes, not that they can't do it. Certainly would lend itself to passing, because an incompletion would then stop the clock, and if you get it, you get a lot of yards all at once. Trainer being called back out there. Not sure for who. Everyone taking a knee. Seems that there is someone down, and it might be serious. It is a Panthers player. Little tough to see who.
Number 1, possibly?
That would be J.D. Troutman, which would be huge if so. That would completely change the Cardinals' game plan. If J.D. Troutman... No, the kicker is out there, Troutman. So, still not able to see a number just yet. It does look like 1, but it isn't.
Could it be 7, Landon Hill? Is that a possibility?
Potentially the tight end, the senior. Yeah, it is. It is indeed the senior tight end, Landon Hill. Hopefully he's all right. Everyone took it to respond. Prepare to kick it away. 3:56 is all the time the Cardinals will have to try to get back on level terms. I mentioned only 3 drives so far in this game. All 3 have gone for rushing touchdowns and been over 6 minutes long. This drive, if it is to end in points for the Cardinals, will not be allowed to be over 6 minutes long. And it's going to start with a kick that will just... No, there's a flag down. Looked to me like it caught the inside of the pylon, which would mean it would be a legal kick unless hitting the pylon puts it out of bounds. That is a wrinkle that I am unaware of in terms of the rule book, and I'm pretty versed on the rules of football. But the pylon hitting the ball while in air for a kickoff, making it in or out of bounds, might be an unforeseen situation in terms of the rule book. So it is called a kick out of bounds. I think maybe we just got an answer there. That referee has probably been waiting for years to get to make that call, and he's like, oh, I know this one. That one's out of bounds. And so the 35-yard line again will be where the Cardinals will start another kickoff, from J.D. Troutman going out of bounds. So 3:56, no time came off the clock. Another nice little bonus feature of the kick out of bounds. Means that all 4 minutes on the clock there is free for the Cardinals to use on offense. Here's their first play. Majette in motion. The pitch to him. This is Majette here. Gets past the line of scrimmage and then shuffled his feet there. Gets maybe 3 yards before being pushed out of bounds by Chavez Neely.
Getting out of bounds and using the timeouts effectively will help them maximize that 4-minute window they have to get this touchdown in for halftime.
True. 2nd and 6 here is the play. There were some audible groans when Majette beat whatever edge she had on the defenders, but you make a great point. Getting out of bounds, stopping the clock could be nice here. There was a fake to Majette. He has Seaman. He is throwing to Seals. Seals brings it in. Is he in bounds? Where's the referee? He is signaling to stop the clock. It is a completion. The first official pass of the day goes to Adrian Seals and goes for 20 yards as Seals brings that one down for a big-time first down. And there's been 15 seconds that have come off the clock. The Cardinals might be moving too quickly.
They need to slow it down. They need to get into their traditional run offense here and grind that clock and get into that end zone with seconds left on the clock before the halftime.
However, I think they would take moving too quickly versus moving too slowly so far here, as they would like to get points back on the board, tie this game up. But it is true, time management of paramount importance. Another fake to Majette, looking to throw is Manley, and he is wrapped up by a couple different defenders. Chavez, Neely, and Vincent Jones in on the sack.
And a flag, I'm going to call that roughing the passer. They continue to hustle him and push him around after the whistles.
Okay, I missed out myself. I was looking at who ended up getting the sack credit there. But I will take my co-commentator's word for it. That was roughing the passer here. And that is indeed what the referee signals for. So that'll be a first down for Eudora, making them move even quicker. Could that have potentially been a strategic penalty there by the Panthers? I doubt it, but
I doubt it as well. It may have functioned that way.
Right,
I
right.
doubt it was intentional.
I don't think it's for the Panthers. Might not be the worst thing. Is the Cardinals are moving so quick that the Panthers might think of trying to get the ball back in their hands as quick as possible to maybe get down and put a field goal up or try to get a passing touchdown themselves.
Although if Pandora has to go into a hurry-up offense, that one pass they did try was under double coverage and could have easily been an interception for Eudora.
Hubler, the main back. No, excuse me, Seaman. And the give is to Seaman. And he gets maybe 2 or 3. Cardinals are going to let some time run off there by running the ball. We'll see. I'll be interested to see how much time they leave to begin this next play. They might be willing to let this thing run down a bit.
I would certainly advise really run that clock out.
And they are. And in the end, brought down by a couple defenders there. Younger and Jones bring him down right around the 20-yard line. Just on the edge of the red zone. 3rd and 4 here. More time ticking off. So the Cardinals have done an effective job all of a sudden of letting some time run off. They got to make sure they don't let too much go. I don't think they are yet, but just something to keep an eye on.
Well, once they get close to that 1 minute mark, they can go ahead and score at their leisure. Yeah. Hard for them to do anything with 50 seconds.
They don't want to get so strategic that they out-strategize themselves. Seals out wide. The main back is Seaman. The give will be no. Manley kept it, faked it to Seaman. That was.
If you saw Hubler move there late into the
here though, as the Cardinals figure out what they want to do here on this 4th and 2.
90 seconds remaining in the half.
So a big moment here, 1:30 remaining on the clock.
Looks like spotted out the 18.
This is an important play here. Seems to be picking up that we've got some lag going on the stream. We will try to get a new Wi-Fi source quickly going for you at halftime. See if that fixes anything out for you. The offense gets set here. To him, Manley is going to keep and throw to and a huge failed conversion. Back here on Eudora Sports Live. Please excuse the technical difficulties. I believe we have hopefully gotten over them, knock on wood. We should be back for the second half, something I regret to inform you if you are watching at home. The Cardinals, as you can see there, did not convert there They were inside the red zone. That 4th and 2 play, they did a fake toss to Majette, and then Manley tried to throw on the run to Errol Seaman, who, truth be told, was wide open, and Manley's pass was just a little bit too inaccurate. Tough to throw there on the run, but really would have liked him to do better, and his pass fell incomplete. So the Cardinals, the Panthers then kneeled out the ball and got us to halftime, where we are at 14-7 is our score. So the Cardinals, concluding drive there of the first half, ended up coming up short, but they will start with the ball in the second half, which is good news, means that they will get another chance to respond, and they will have, I was going to say no time limit, 30 minutes. Hopefully they're able to keep it under the 30-minute time limit they will then be given.
That will be a good goal, certainly.
And maybe not commit any penalties as well. But anyway, we have our technical difficulties overcame, hopefully, and we are now here on the Jeans Heartland Foods halftime show, which will be back after this next break.
High quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Jeans Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family owned, Jeans Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Jeans friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Jeans Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
To go. Really? It's important. I feel fine. Look, you cannot mess around with this kind of stuff. Some cancers, man, we just don't want to lose you from something we could have caught. What I need to do? You just give your doctor a call. They'll tell you what screening test you need. Fine. Can I have my pie now? Oh, man.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live, here on your Jeans Heartland Foods halftime show. They are honoring some more seniors here. They've got golf, cheer, and a few other sports out there, I believe. So just continuing on in senior night, as we will continue on breaking down that first half. I'll recap it again because I know we've got more viewers than when I first figured out the technical difficulties. The Cardinals' concluding drive of the half did not result in them scoring on 4th and 2, right when the stream cut out. Errol Seaman got into a lot of space. Manley was on the run, tried to throw it to him, and just it was just incomplete. No defensive play. Just it was a tough throw on the run, mainly throwing against his body. So don't mean to like say it was something that needs to happen, but something you might expect from him. An unfortunate incompletion. I could actually hear from the roof above us the offensive coordinator very upset with how that play went. There was a loud bang as the coaches are just above us here at the press box.
Well, and you think about it, they certainly could have held that ball and run it. The quarterback could have held it himself and gone for the distance. But certainly that's a nice, simple toss with a little bit of touch on it would have been an effective thing and possibly even a touchdown.
And the 20-yard pass that went to Seals earlier was actually, if not the exact same, very similar to that same play call, because I remember looking at Manley, looking at the left side of the field and thinking, oh, look, Errol Siemens wide open. And then he throws it 15 yards past him, which was the right decision as it was a nice, huge gain to Seals. But when you're the offensive coordinator, you watch that, you see, my guy got wide open. We're going to call that again, and we're going to throw it to him next time. And they did it, and I think it was exactly the right decision. Errol Seaman was wide open, could have potentially gotten the touchdown, would have easily had the first down, and Manley's throw just a little inaccurate.
But a tough choice on fourth down. That's a better third down where you can come back with that power run that they've been showing, bring Hubler in, bust it up the middle, and get those 2 yards potentially.
Yeah, and then when the Panthers got the ball back, they did actually get one first down, and then I think that Coach Smith called out, let's just go to the half. We're still in bad territory. They were inside their 30, so they kneeled it out, ended the half, and that is how we are where we are, where the Panthers have a 14-7 lead. Cardinals will receive the opening second half kick, so they will still get another chance to respond. But yeah, just looking back at the first half that we saw, their fullback Younger got 2 touchdowns. Braylon Hubler got 1 as well, his 7th in 3 games, and yeah, the other drive was a turnover on downs, and then the end of the half. So a lot of effective running, a little tiny sprinkle of effective passing, and also ineffective passing, unfortunately, and also a lot of penalties. There's
way
too
many penalties.
There.
Way too many penalties there. But really, effectively, only 4 drives. Obviously, there was that 5th drive for Paola at the end, but really only 4 drives up and down the field. And they had the opportunity here in the second half to have a similar outcome, burn that clock up, move the ball down the field effectively, get that first touchdown, and see how the second half culminates.
It seems that these teams may have come in understanding that both offenses were very effective, because I mentioned the first 3 drives all took more than 6 minutes. Paola, it seemed, was intentionally killing time, and I think they still are in this game, getting to the line, then getting the call. I think that they understand that rather than needing to truly beat Eudora, they need to lead when the game ends, which is that might sound silly to you, but if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. That both teams are going to keep scoring. It's not necessarily a matter of truly beating your opponent. It's just who scores last, who scores a little bit more.
It's more of a containment defense. I think they've seen that Hubler can do those 60-plus yard runs if you let him outside. And so they really go with a very much containing defense. Let that 3 and 4 yard run occur so that you don't give up the 30-yard run.
So that is a bit of a review of the first half and a tiny bit of a preview for the second half. We will take another break and then be right back here on your Gene's Heartland Foods halftime show.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
The smoothest, the creamiest, the most amazing ice cream you've ever had. That's what you'll find at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in historic downtown Eudora, Kansas. With over 100 mouthwatering Wisconsin-made ice cream flavors, including dairy-free and gluten-free options. The bakery is always serving up the most heavenly cookies, cakes, and so much more. Ask about Main Street's custom cakes for that special occasion. What are you waiting for? Come make the sweetest of memories at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in downtown Eudora, where it's always ice cream time.
the MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live on your Jeans Heartland Foods halftime show. The halftime show is brought to you by Jeans Heartland Foods, a convenient one-stop shop where you can find everything you need from everyday essentials to items from around the world. Jeans is your local community connection for high-quality foods, friendly service, and great prices. See weekly specials and more at heartlandfoodsstores.com. We are pretty close here to the second half, so we will start to preview the second half. Kevin, do you think there will be any major adjustments?
I think the biggest thing you're going to see is more of the same. I think you're going to see effective running up the middle, on the edge, try to get it outside, but it's not going to happen. And I think you're going to see it from both teams, and it's just going to be a matter, like you said, of who's leading when the clock runs out.
I think we might see a little bit more of the ball in the air because both teams can do it. I think the Cardinals are actually better at passing. When you look at the stat sheet, it's pretty clear that the Cardinals are better at passing. But that's something that we haven't seen a lot. We've been calling on it a lot. And, you know, when Errol Seaman was out, all signs would have pointed to throwing it to Seals every play, but it hasn't happened. So I don't anticipate that it'll be often that we see the ball thrown, but considering it was thrown twice by the Cardinals in the first half and once it didn't even count by Paola, I think we'll see it more than thrice, I would have to imagine.
Well, and each time that Eudora did, their player was open. So I think if that's an encouragement to the offensive coordinator, look, let's throw it again on second down, on third down, because we're getting those guys on the sideline open, and we can always go back to the run, which has been incredibly effective if we need to.
Hopefully, Cole Manley will maybe get a chance to redeem himself and do so. You know, they always say if you have a guy get a drop, you go right back to him. Well, that was the quarterback's version of a drop, missing a wide open guy. So maybe you might see Eudora quote unquote go right back to him, give him a chance to make up for his mistake, and see if the Cardinals can tie up this game and go from there, get back on a level playing field. So we will take one last break and then be back with potentially the second half kick from your Jeans Heartland Foods halftime show.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. because in the end, we want everybody going home.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
Hi guys, just wanted to say thank you from Eudora Animal Hospital for all your support and go Cards!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com. High-quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Gene's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family-owned, Gene's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Gene's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Gene's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
Call insurance agent.
Hello, customer.
Oh, great. I just had a quick question about my insurance.
You are 312th in line.
Oh, it's just a real quick question.
Would you like a callback in 6 hours?
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Hey, Max, I can answer your insurance question.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Anthony Brown in Eudora today at 785-615-0516.
Band still out there on the field killing it here at halftime. So the teams have not actually even re-emerged yet. So whereas I thought that we might be getting back towards kickoff, not yet. I've seen that we've picked up just a few more viewers, so probably not for the final time. Second to last time, I imagine. I'll recap what you guys missed when the stream cut out. That was the 4th and 2 play when we started having our technical difficulties. Cole Manley had a fake pitch to Matt Majette, ran to his left, had a wide-open Errol Seaman, and his pass was simply inaccurate, fell to the ground incomplete. Paola then kneeled it out to get to the half. So that was how the Cardinals' final drive of the first half ended. But we've talked a few times, they will be opening with the ball for the second half. And something else I should mention, I have just decided to add a crowd mic, which is how you're hearing the music on the field right now. It's so you'll be able to hear crowd reactions and such as the as big plays and moments happen, and maybe some indignation from the crowd. Hopefully, no swear words. I can't help it if that does happen. But that should maybe add a little bit of life to the broadcast, make it feel more so like you are standing here with us, which is part of our goal here, of course. On senior night, we are here, the band out on the field, wrapping up. Still 3 minutes, but that 3 minutes on the clock has not changed. So that 3 minutes will begin to click down once the teams have re-entered the field. So you know what? We will take one last break and try to be back with you when the second half kick is a little bit closer. But don't go anywhere, because we will have the second half action here on Eudora Sports Live.
The MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family-owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small-town hospitality at a valued price. High-quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time-tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
Hi guys, Just wanted to say thank you from Eudora Animal Hospital for all your support and go Cardinals!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
State coordinates of new land acquisition.
Oh, you know that big oak tree that got struck by lightning?
Negative.
The barn with the funny cow mural?
Negative.
One-eyed scarecrow?
Negative.
Giant water tower? You're not from here, are you?
I've never seen him.
Robots don't know you. We do.
Hey, how's your dad doing?
For over 80 years, we've built relationships first and plans second. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Anthony Brown in Eudora today at 785-615-0516.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community, with all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve. Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367. High-quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Jean's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family-owned, Jean's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Jean's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Jean's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
Welcome back to Eudora Sports Live here on Varsity Sports, as we are here on senior night at Eudora High School. They've honored all the seniors. They've had an extended performance from the band. The teams have reemerged, and they have a running 3-minute clock going. Reed, do you have an update for any of our other feeds on Varsity Sports tonight?
Yes, looking around the Frontier League, we've got a few different games, a lot of games between other Frontier League opponents. Spring Hill is playing Lewisburg. That will be over on Spring Hill Sports Live with our wonderful boss BJ Harris calling that one. He's got his team has the lead 7-0 over Lewisburg at the moment. Tonganoxie over Ottawa. They are leading 24-3 at halftime. Quite emphatic is the Chieftains' lead in that game. And then the Baldwin Bulldogs currently losing 35-0 at halftime to the 7-0 undefeated Wellsville team. So not that it is not that they're losing to a bad opponent, but they are losing badly for certain. A tough game over there for the Bulldogs. I know the guys Bryce Kessler and the other guy whose name I'm unfortunately forgetting over there at Baldwin Sports Live put a lot of good work into their broadcast. They care about that Bulldogs team a lot. And so I'm sure despite the tough score, they're doing well over on that broadcast. That is a bit of the games that are around Varsity Sports Live, the different networks that we've got going. But here on Eudora Sports Live, your Cardinals are trailing only by one score, and they will open with the ball with a chance to respond. I would love to see even just a nice, assuming the kickoff is in bounds, that is, a nice return from Adrian Seals. Opening kick returns for either the first quarter or the second half are always big momentum, big momentous moments, I guess I should say, that get a team really fired up, and the Cardinals need that. Coming off of a drive that ended in a little bit upsetting fashion, certainly. I think that just anything to provide them with a bit of a spark would be very nice. So right off the bat is where I'm trying to look for that to happen.
Yeah, if you can get a power run, maybe break midfield at least, get your offense at a plus position on their first snap, that will really be a real momentum shift for the Eudora Cardinals.
The Cardinals, as they have been all day today, eager to get going. They are all the way ready while the Panthers are still talking it over. So that means that this has been the conclusion of your Gene's Heartland Foods halftime show. Don't forget to go to heartlandfoodstores.com to check in on Gene's Heartland Foods. So we are ready for the second half here. The Cardinals prepared to receive this kick from the Panthers.
See if they can keep it in bounds this time.
Yes. Here is the kick away. It is down the middle, so it will stay in. It is not Seals, though. This is Christian Jarrett. Jarrett weaving. He does get a nice move there, even as he was met by a tackler. He still pushed him forward, maybe down around the 34, right where most drives have started today. So it'll still be a good amount of work for the Cardinals to do to convert on to score on this drive. Excuse me.
Well, first and down with 66 yards to the end zone. I think that's certainly a good drive. And if they can do 66 yards in 6 minutes, we'll see what happens there.
You know, with how we talked about this game, that it's going to be sort of a matter of who scores last. You know what else affects those type of games is turnovers. An interception, a fumble completely changes everything. Here is Manley on the keeper. He lost the ball, and Seals picked it up and is now into Panthers territory.
That's an impressive play.
That is a heads-up play from Adrian Seals, who forced a fumble last week, now picks up one, but on the offensive side of things here this time around, that was a very impressive play there. Manley had picked up a few yards, done well to do so, and then his fumble recovered by Seals because we're not in the last 2 minutes or fourth quarter or anything. All those yards count as rushing yards. So that's Seals' biggest run of the day.
Well, and it seemed to jump right up into his hands as he was moving, which is a real fortunate bounce.
Always nice when the unpredictable shape decides that it favors you today. So 1st and 10 for the Cardinals, immediately into Panthers territory here. Majette in motion. The fake to Seaman. Manley's looking downfield. Hit as he throws. Complete to Hubler. And he will get down inside the red zone. That was amazing there by Cole Manley. I think that is exactly what I was talking about in terms of going back to him, letting him make up for his missed pass earlier. He was under heavy pressure from Eli Richmond. In fact, he was tackled to the ground by him, but he got that throw off to Hubler, who made a nice catch on a little bit of a wobbly pass, and then was able to barrel over J.D. Troutman and get inside the red zone. He maybe actually shook up J.D. Troutman. Hopefully he is all right here. Looks like he's going to head off to the sideline under his own power. It looks like it might be his head, though. Hopefully he's all right.
Well, and once again, just proving that Hubler is an absolute stud on the offense out there.
Hubler is a big-time player. He makes big-time plays here on senior night. He is making his name known, getting that crowd to chant out there, Hubler. So 1st and 10 here, just inside the red zone for the Cardinals, sort of back where their last drive ended up stalling out, unfortunately. Seals out wide. The main back is Seaman. Hubler is in tight along with Majette. Motion from Majette. It's going to be a fake toss to him. Another throw. This is that same play from earlier. The throw to Seals. Seals does catch it in terms of actually physically catching the football, but he was out of bounds, not particularly close, didn't look like from over here. So incomplete. That was that exact same play, the one that went for the 20 yards and then also ended up incomplete to Seaman. Seaman was a little bit better covered on that one. He still had a bit of space. A perfect throw would have given him the ball, but that's a lot to ask from anybody, let alone a high school quarterback. So
and you'd always rather him overthrow it out of bounds than underthrow it and have it picked off in the end zone. That would be a real loss for the offense.
Yes, he put it in a spot where it was Seals or it was no one. And in the end, they will take no one in second down. That's not a problem at all here for this Cardinals offense. Same formation as last time. Seaman the main back, Seals out wide. It's going to be a give to Seaman. Seaman made the first man miss and then maybe gets 4 or 5 there.
Well, like we talked about, with the run being so effective on first, second down gives you that passing option because you can come back and use all 3 downs to get that 3, 4, and get that first down.
It's been nice today seeing the fullback Errol Seaman being fully back here playing offense and defense as he has been unable to for the last couple weeks. Just played linebacker last week, and not that Hubler did poorly, but his impact was missed. And out here he is. But the Cardinals are still looking to get back on level terms here with their offense at what is supposed to be full strength. They need to get a score here. Manley looking to throw again on this drive, looking for Seals. Wow,
flag on the
pass interference. From my eyes, that might be a little bit of a generous call, but Cardinals will take it. That will get them closer in on the end zone with that pass interference on Seals. Their, what is that, 3rd or 4th pass of this drive already.
Already 3 attempts in the air. That's been great.
Yeah, very interesting to see that. We mentioned the top of our broadcast, as it is indeed pass interference on the Panthers, that a lot of the Panthers' best athletes play corner on defense. And so that, another flag very emphatically thrown directly at the Panthers sideline. Not sure if it was either a magic word said by the coach or could have potentially been them crowding out onto the field again as they were called out for earlier. This will be interesting to see what happens here. That flag was extremely emphatically chucked over there by the referee. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Paola. So the Cardinals will get even closer to the end zone, if that's even possible.
Looks like they're inside the 5 now.
Yes, half the distance and then a half of that distance. So they have gotten a lot closer in on the end zone here. Referee then went over to the sideline to explain to Mike Smith why that flag was thrown at him. So the Panthers have 1st and goal from the 3 here. A big moment in this game early in this second half, only not even 2 minutes into this third quarter. Cardinals have been moving very efficiently, which is in some thanks to the penalties. Majette in motion. Manley looks to Seaman. He got it to him. It looked like Manley had a hard time handing that one off.
Yeah, there was a real scare there on that. That could have been a turnover for the Paola defense.
Yeah.
They were in the backfield effectively.
It almost looked like the way that the Cardinals were walking over that they thought they had fumbled it. I was a little concerned there, but it was just a matter of body language, which hopefully the Cardinals can pick up. But as long as you hold on to the ball, you can have whatever body language you want, I suppose. So the Cardinals will get another try, 2nd and goal here.
After he even marked a short gain on that play.
After Errol Seaman's first run was stopped short. Seaman is the main back again. Seals out wide on the right. Manley takes this snap. He keeps in the end and scores. He basically used Errol Seaman as a human shield as Seaman had the ball in his hands and he waited for Seaman to get tackled to the ground and then was like, yeah, I guess I won't give it to you. I'll keep it, and scored the touchdown. That was a little bit humorous, at least for me. And either way, though, a nice touchdown here and a very, very fast opening drive for the Cardinals as they now look to tie up this game not 3 minutes into the second half.
Well, apologies there on the camera guy. I missed that play, and I apologize for not catching that Manley had the ball.
It was he really did. He handed it to Errol Seaman, and then but he still kept his hands on it as Kerr's kick is up and good. So this game is indeed tied. He just held it literally until Errol Seaman was tackled, and then was like, yeah, I guess I shouldn't give it to you. Kept it himself and just waltzed in for the touchdown. There was really no protest from the defensive side of the Panthers.
Well, and you wonder if is that going to be the sign of things to come here for Eudora in the second half? Are they going to be a more pass-happy offense with that effective run game to back it up? And mixing and matching that could really put Paola on their heels.
Yeah, that drive was very interesting. As we'll keep you here on this one, as I was adjusting the scoreboard there. So all good. We not enough time to fit in an ad, which I'm sure you'll like, as you get to keep her see here as the kicking team gets set up here for Kerr's kick away. Yeah, it was a very interesting to see how often Manley was asked to throw the ball on that drive. I talked about seeing if the Cardinals would quote-unquote go back to him, let him make up for that mistake that you guys unfortunately did not see when he missed the open Errol Seaman.
Or fortunately didn't see.
Maybe. But they went back to him quite often, and it worked out pretty well. It wasn't as effective down in the red zone, but it was effective to get down to the red zone, as his long throw to Hubler is what got them into inside the 20-yard line, where they were then able to capitalize on the ground through Cole Manley. Kerr's kick away here is a good one. It'll find Troutman after it bounces around a little bit. That could have been a dangerous situation, and now it might be for Troutman, as he is finally wrapped up there by the Cardinals defender.
Just past the 30-yard line.
Isaac Holt, the junior, brings him down. And the Cardinals will start, the Panthers will start at the 31-yard line here on this drive. So 14-14, the Cardinals did tie it up as we knew they would need to do to open up the second half after failing to score on their drive, which means every true drive, we'll also discount the Panthers taking over on downs. As here, this pitch out to Younger is going to get maybe 4 or 5. Every full drive except for that one that ended with the turnover on downs has resulted in a touchdown. That was by far the fastest touchdown drive today. That took a third of the average drive time today, which has been about 6 minutes. The Cardinals moved very quickly, thanks to penalties as well. So
the question I have is, do you think Paola is going to make any adjustments here?
They could throw the ball. I don't know if they need to. Their runs have been extremely successful. Their running has been extremely successful so far. And also, J.D. Troutman is back out there, which it looked like he was a little banged up earlier. So that's good news if you are a Panthers fan, which if you are, you're watching over on Paola Sports Live. But anyway, here is Kotzer. No, Kotzer gave to Troutman, and Troutman is going to be about a yard or two short of the first down marker. But yeah, I imagine they'll still run it more, but if they want to do another throw, it would definitely catch the Cardinals off guard, as they did on their first play of the game where they won that pass interference penalty. I mean, they could even do the exact same trick play, and it might still work again, just because this team has been so likely to run the ball. So the Cardinals have had no reason to try to cover the pass so far. So it could certainly catch them off guard, but if they want to keep it on the ground, no one's blaming them for doing so. This is Younger, and he gets 5 or 6.
Strong run up the middle. And if you look, the wide out, if they were to go to him here, has complete outside control on the defensive back. He'd have the numbers wide open all the way downfield if they wanted to go that way.
2nd and 5 here. Wyatt Summers and Thomas Cromer credited with that last tackle. Here's a 2nd and 5. Younger and Troutman, the two main backs. Kotzer under center, and Curley out wide on the left. Still taking their time at the line, as they've done all day today. Curley is extremely far off the line. Here is Kotzer with the keeper. He's going to get close to that first down, but he will be stopped primarily by Leland Bradshaw, but he was helped out by at least 4 Cardinals. But Leland Bradshaw was the main force there that brought the quarterback to the ground, which will force 4th down here. And it looks like Panthers are going to go for it.
Well, and you'd love to see a really effective blitz here on the part of Eudora Cardinals. Get in that backfield, see if you can get them before they get that ball handed off.
Could see Owen Wilkes, Thomas Cromer, maybe Leland Bradshaw provide such a type of thing. Here's the quick give to the running back Troutman, and he is going to get it and then some. He actually got 5 or 6 yards there deep into Cardinals territory. So 1st and 10 again for the Panthers as they convert the 4th down. Their offense moves a little bit like the Eagles in terms of they have no fear of a short fourth down. They know they can get it because they have such an effective run game.
Absolutely. Yeah, they haven't been stopped yet.
The same formation they've been running all day with Younger and Troutman as the two main backs and Curley, the main wide receiver, on the left. Kotzer now getting another play here after the first one.
And the why
Time running down here.
Yeah.
They finally get it off and give to Younger. You were saying, Kevin?
Yeah, the wideout is officially in the backfield, off the line that deep, 2 to 3 yards off the line. So that's an unusual formation I'm not really familiar with.
Yeah, an interesting thing there, certainly, because on all these run plays, receivers tend to get asked to just block the corner, keep him out of making the play. Maybe being 3 or 4 yards off the ball makes the corner a little uncomfortable. It also would make him harder to block. But I'm sure there's a method to the madness as Paola teams won 4 games. They know how to win football games. Here is Kotzer with the keep on 2nd and 7. He's going to get close. I don't think he got all the way there.
Had a hard time bringing him down.
But a big time game there from Kotzer. Kotzer is closing in on 200 rushing yards on the season.
Well, and we thought would there be a change? No. Paola's on the ground and pound constantly.
Absolutely. 3rd and 3 here. And flag comes in. If this is a false start on Paola, which I'm not saying it is, but if it is, then every single play prior should have also been a false start on Paola because they've been doing the same thing. And I've been wondering if it was going to be called. And, if they didn't call it all day, then fine. I guess it's not a penalty, but here they might be calling it. Again, I'm not sure. Just theorizing. Now a bit of a talk here. So that would indicate they might be deciding who jumped first. Could have been.
Or if they're going to pick it up. If they've been calling it all game, they may pick it up. No, it looks like they're going to call it.
Also a great point.
No, picked it up.
They did, yeah. So I imagine that they did exactly what you said. Good call there, Kevin, that they probably flagged something they've been allowing all day. And if they're going to allow it, that's fine. Just be consistent. That's what I always tend to ask for with referees is consistency. Even if, we're not perfectly following the rule book, which is of course what I would like, just be consistent so I know what I can and cannot do. And so, yeah, they did pick up that flag after a bit of a discussion, and it will remain 3rd and 3 for the Panthers.
I think that was just a warning shot fired across the bow of the Paola offense to be a little more careful there.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see they have re-huddled here, and the referees are getting in on said huddle. Despite the game situation not changing, same time on the clock, still 3rd and 3. They are having a long discussion here.
And the play clock is not running.
Yeah, and the referee is involved. Interesting optics here.
Maybe they are explaining what they called there and decide maybe they will be calling it going forward.
Yeah, which would be interesting. The main thing that I've seen that didn't make sense, because linemen are allowed to adjust. All the linemen looking over to the sideline, that is fine. What I thought might have been called was seeing the quarterback Kotzer is will bob his butt up and down before he looks over to the sideline. That really feels to me like a false start. And we have another flag here on this one. That looked like a false start on Kotzer as well.
I think they warned him. They talked about it. They picked the first one up, and then they said, we're calling it from now on.
Yeah, that was something I saw early on. I thought it was interesting. That I do think is a false start. The thing that the line has done is completely fine. What Kotzer was doing there was intentionally simulating the snap, and that is what a false start is supposed to be called for. And I think that they might be doing so now going forward.
Well, so, they killed themselves from a super short yardage situation to now 6 to go.
Yeah, 3rd and 8 here now, and they have got 2 receivers, but they're going to pitch it back to Younger, the fullback, who's going to be wrapped up. Still hasn't been touched to the ground, and there he is now, touched to the ground. A very nice wrap up there.
Important stop for the Eudora defense.
That looks like that was Errol Seaman. No, it was Braylon Hubler. Braylon Hubler, they had that nice wrap up there. And then because he had not fully put him on the ground, he got some help from teammates. It looked like maybe Logan Cundiff just put a hand on him, put him on the ground there.
We're going to have our first punt of the game, it looks like.
Yes, we have not had one of these. And it is inside Cardinals territory, but on 4th and 8, makes sense to punt it away in such a close game. This is huge in a game like this. And Younger Might have been thinking about faking it, but gets a nice little pooch punt away, and it is a very good punt. Seals try. Let's see, what's the call here? Wow, they downed it right at the 1. Seals tried to let it run into the end zone, which I think was the right move there, because if he tried to pick it up, he would have been immediately tackled. But that is tough for the Cardinals. As deep in the dread zone as it gets, standing on their own 1, they need to be sure they don't get safetied, because that would be a huge shift in the tide, which I was just saying this punt is, which it still is, getting the ball back, but now with 99.9 yards to go, it's a little bit difficult to call on the offense to convert here in terms of scoring a touchdown. They just need to stay out of their end zone and then hopefully get a nice punt from Caden Kerr themselves.
So do you think you see the first play a quarterback keep, or think they hand off to one of the power backs?
I could see a pitch to Majette, or I don't know. This is a horrible spot to be in if you are a coach. You never want to be having to make calls standing in your own end zone. Majette is in motion, and it is a quick give to Errol Seaman, who will just get a couple yards away from his own end zone. A safety would be killer here, as it would give Paola the lead and then the ball, which would just be absolutely horrible in a game as close as this. So the Cardinals just need to stay alive here. It's not the end of the world if they just end up punting it away. They'd like to get at least 1 first down prior to having to do so, but just need to stay out of committing any potentially fatal mistakes here in such a bad spot on the field.
Stay away from the penalties and get a little breathing room for your team here.
Right, yeah, they're even in danger of committing a penalty inside their own end zone, which would also be a safety.
Timeout by Eudora, looks like.
Indeed, it is a timeout by Eudora, so we will take one as well and be right back as the Cardinals navigate a sticky situation.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Back here as the Cardinals are still huddled and in deep discussion of how to try to survive this dangerous spot on the field. I would be interested to see, I don't know, it would be dangerous, but maybe a screenplay. I mean, if you remember back early on this season, there was a 99-yard touchdown from Adrian Seals where he ran about 98 of those yards after getting a quick screen from Cole Manley. So it's not like the Cardinals haven't scored from this spot of the field. That was against a much lesser opponent, but still, it would be possible. He is a huge playmaker, but I don't know. A screen would be a dangerous play because it could easily get intercepted for a pick six, which would also be killer.
Yeah, hard to believe you don't do your power running up the middle with Hubler and the other guys and see what we can do here. And maybe if you're third and short, maybe look at some other options.
Yeah, but they could even just throw it away a couple times. Call a play that has a
quick hustle to the line.
17 seconds on the play clock, but I guess just trying to catch him off guard. And it works a little. This is Seals. Seals may have gotten the first down there. Certainly found a lot of space there on that quick pitch. You called it out. They ran up to the line, did the same thing the Panthers did earlier today, and caught them off guard. And it was able to gain a few yards. And it is a first down. That is nice, just to get a little bit further away. Even if this drive is not to end in points, they just bought some space for Caden Kerr to safely get a punt away. But we'll look at it optimistic. A first down, fresh set of downs, potential to keep moving down the field.
And I'd love to see one of those effective pass plays right now, maybe off the left-hand side, up by the numbers, and see if we can get someone out in the open field.
Getting the ball in Seals' hands is always a solid plan. Good at making things happen. Flags here? I don't see one, but I'm going to assume there is one as referees stop the play. No. Timeout Cardinals. Their second already We'll take one too and be right back.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
Hi guys, just wanted to say thank you from Eudora Animal Hospital for all your support and go Cards!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live, as the Cardinals were just forced to take their second timeout of the second half already because the play clock was running out on them. Didn't want to have to be forced back 5 yards. So Coach Steffen forced to take a timeout. They now only have one remaining. That certainly could come up big if this game happens to be close when it's nearing its conclusion. But for now, we'll focus in on this 1st and 10 play after Seals was able to move the chains on a nice long run. Manley under center. Looks like it's Seals out wide. Manley will look to throw here. Looking to Seals. Throws to Seals. And
nearly intercepted.
Really kind of should have been intercepted there as it hit Jasper Logan, the 6'4 junior, right on the hands. He has 2 interceptions this season. No stranger to picking off his opposing quarterback, but couldn't make it happen there, and he is going to be kicking himself.
Well, maybe I was a little too aggressive in my request for a throw. They may stick to the ground a couple more times.
Really, I think it was just a bit of a poor decision there for Manley. It was not there. Seals was not in much space, and yet he tried to find him there, and it just ended up mercifully falling incomplete. Looks like there was some trouble with the snap here. So now functionally a sack or a loss of 1 or 2 there. Tackled down by Wade Enman, the senior.
And so suddenly it's 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd and long now here. So maybe the pessimistic view was a little more correct, which the pessimistic view was still positive in that Seals bought good space there for the punter, Caden Kerr. You never want your punter kicking it out of their own end zone because that means that their drop might be shorter than they want, and a block could end up in a safety or a touchdown. So if they end up having to punt here, at least that 1 first down made the situation a little bit nicer. But they are still in the dread zone here. Manley looking to throw again. This time completes, and it is a 1st down.
Beautiful play.
Relying a lot on Cole Manley here in this second half, and that is Braylon Hubler, who has been a big-time playmaker today. The senior on senior night converts and moves the chains through the air on 3rd and 11, a huge conversion for the Cardinals.
Yeah, he found some open space there, turned, faced his quarterback, and got a nice reception.
Really interesting to see. We talked about all season long, we've not seen a lot of throwing from Cole Manley, but despite a couple mistakes here and there, missteps maybe, Coach Steffen not afraid to trust in his senior quarterback who can make plays when the time comes. Here is 1st and 10, Majed in motion. Manley keeps himself here. Gets hit pretty hard, but he's still pushing forward. Looks like that'll be a gain of 9. No, referee signal stop the clock, which would indicate that he got all 10 of those yards and moved the chains.
He waves those chains forward, but you were right. Manley took a huge hit to the face there.
Yeah, he was hit big, but it did not stop him. He mushed his way forward for the last yard of the 10. Looks like he's going to be all right to continue on here. The 3rd quarter is about to end. We're in the final 60 seconds. Cardinals will have to make another play here. This one has gone a lot quicker than the previous half, but a lot less scoring so far here. It's with only the 1 touchdown coming from the Cardinals. Here's the 1st and 10 play. Majed in motion. Another throw for Manley. He's looking for Hubler. Hubler with an amazing catch. He's still going. 30, 20. Touchdown, Braylon Hubler. I don't believe it. That was crazy. There was no space there. Hubler made an amazing grab. The defender did not know much about it. And in the end, Hubler then still had a lot of work to do, split a few different defenders, and got down the field for a nearly 60-yard touchdown there. Absolutely huge from the senior Braylon Hubler.
And some wonderful downfield blocking.
They are now setting up for the PAT here. I was just talking about how this third quarter was about to conclude, how it felt like there was not much scoring here. And now the Cardinals put up their second touchdown of the quarter and the half, their third of the game, to take the lead. Kerr's kick is up and good. 21-14 will be the Cardinals' lead after an impressive touchdown. Don't go anywhere.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live after an extremely impressive play from Braylon Hubler right before the conclusion of this half has given the Cardinals their first lead of the day here in this game. Here with 30 seconds.
And got the crowd into the game.
Got this crowd up, yes. They've taken their first lead here in a while as they didn't have one against Tongi. So a nice game here being played by the Cardinals. Kerr set to kick away as the Cardinals still getting into formation here. And now Kerr will kick it away. It's going to be Troutman. Troutman fields it well.
For the first time tonight.
Yes. To the 30, right where he is stopped by Bryce Mulvihill and Owen Wilkes in on that tackle. Getting him down right at the 30. No, excuse me, it was not Wilkes. It was Sylvester Janovec as well as Braylon Hubler on that tackle.
27 looks like.
Okay. So one of the deeper drives to start today, though. There is no such thing as one-upping where the Cardinals started their previous drive that went 99 yards for the touchdown as they started inside their own 1-yard line, as deep in the dread zone as it gets, which they turned into a touchdown. A very impressive drive from the Cardinals now has to be met by Paola as they trail for the first time today.
Well, and Hubler's making a strong case for player of the night.
The barbed wire barbecue, who's smoking player of the game? Is that what I hear you calling out there, Kevin?
I think absolutely. That would be, he's leading the vote getter right now.
He might also have a few different candidates for our absolute painting, absolute play of the game, as he has made a few different big moments happen when he broke into the red zone earlier, and then now that huge over 50-yard touchdown reception that he just had on this last drive.
I think I may even have accidentally foreshadowed a 60-plus yard touchdown by Hubler in the first half, remembering one that he had done previously.
So the third quarter concludes here with the Cardinals leading. After trailing at the end of the half, they will lead going into the fourth quarter as this game comes to an end, close to coming to an end here, and the Cardinals are out in front.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers. For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right. The first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live, Reed McAvoy here with Kevin McAvoy. The teams have switched sides here, and the fourth quarter is about to begin. The Cardinals in front, looking to make a stop here. Here is a throw, and Younger wide open, and he catches it deep into, he caught it deep into Cardinals territory. He was upset that he couldn't stay up and get further downfield, but that was a huge play there that got the got the Panthers all the way down into the 41-yard line of Cardinals territory, meaning that was a 26-yard play. Huge there. Paola's first official passing attempt of the day, and that one goes for a big, big gain. Their fullback was wide open downfield.
And we wondered if we'd see a change of pace, and they threw that wrinkle in.
I think they're feeling the pressure, maybe looking into a new part of the playbook, as what they did to come out in the second half was not at all effective. Here's Kotzer, and a flag comes in here. This will be interesting to see who this one's on.
Potentially holding on the offensive line.
Seeing the referee that it came from would maybe lend itself towards holding, but it could also be something on the Cardinals D in there.
And it was holding on the offense.
The Panthers are coming off of their only truly unsuccessful drive of the day, and this penalty is on them. They'll back them up. They had to punt their first drive of the second half. Other than that, the only other drive that didn't work was the one where they kneeled it out. So they did that intentionally because they were leading. Paola have only had that one unsuccessful drive. How about looking back at the moment when the Cardinals, Manley's interception was dropped there by Jasper Logan, the junior? That is a huge, huge moment. Now, we knew it was in the moment, but it's even bigger as the Cardinals went on to score the touchdown that's given them the lead. Here's a give to Troutman, and Troutman will get not quite back to the original line of scrimmage, but a gain of 5 there that should make it 2nd and 15.
Well, yeah, it was just that turnover. Had Paola been able to force that turnover, then you never see that 63-yard touchdown from Hubler, and you'd have a whole different game here.
In fact, the Panthers would probably go on to score as they would be starting in Cardinals territory.
Deep in Cardinals territory.
Never know where that return would have gone. It was, and it would have been morally crushing as well. Just would have been a huge, huge game changer, and it was instead the other way for the Cardinals, and then Hubler managed to capitalize on it, which that's another big thing. Capitalizing on when your opponent makes a mistake is really what makes a difference. Kotzer with the throw here. Summers in defense, and no call, no penalty there.
Good coverage.
So good coverage from Wyatt Summers is the call from the referee.
Well, and it was a reasonable attempt. They needed 15 yards, and how else are you going to get it? Got to get through the air.
That throw there was looking for Alexander Pichnenko, and he was not able to get open. Wyatt Summers putting nice coverage on the receiver.
Looks like 3rd down and long here.
Yes, 3rd and 15 here for the Panthers. A big moment in this game. Feels like 4-down territory. Would you agree?
It's a little early. It's hard to say, but the defense certainly hasn't been holding up. So it's if they can get half of it here.
And looks like the clock ran out on him. So Coach Smith was forced to take a timeout. So we will quickly take a break and be right back.
Call insurance agent.
Hello, customer.
Oh, great. I just had a quick question about my insurance.
You are 312th in line.
Oh, it's just a real quick question.
Would you like a callback in 6 hours?
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Hey, Max, I can answer your insurance question.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it. Contact Farm Bureau agent Anthony Brown in Eudora today at 785-615-0516.
Well, Paola's up first.
Back here after Paola was forced to take a timeout due to the play clock nearly running out. Would have been their 2nd penalty just on this set of downs. So Coach Smith was forced to avoid that situation. Keep it at 3rd and 15. They need to make something happen. They need to at least make it so that the 4th down is manageable. Otherwise, having to punt the ball back or turn it over here could put them in very dangerous position where they could end up handing this game over to the Cardinals.
Yeah, I'd expect another throw attempt, honestly.
Yeah. So that means that Watson and
lots of wideout.
Summers will be called on defense. It is going to be a throw from Kotzer. Kotzer is going to look here for Pichnenko, and it is intercepted, is it? What's the call here? They're still fighting for it. He goes to stop the clock, but that doesn't mean anything because that could mean 1st down or turnover. Referees are huddling up. It really looked like Summers might have picked that ball.
He had better position on it.
It's either Summers or Pichnenko. And
First down, Paola.
The call is first down, Paola, meaning Pichnenko somehow came down with that despite tight coverage from Summers, and that will be his first reception on the year and a huge one that puts them inside the red zone. A 30-yard gain there on that throw to Pichnenko. Summers did everything he could there on defense, and in the end, the ball goes to Pichnenko. That was a very impressive play there by both players. Ended up looking a bit like the Fail Mary between Seattle and Green Bay, where they're both wrestling over it.
And it looks like, he just pulled it out of the defender's hands, frankly.
Yeah. And this give here is to, Younger. And Younger could not go very far, 2 or 3. So a huge conversion there on 3rd and 15. We were just talking about how if they can't convert there, it could end up handing the game over to the Cardinals. That is not what the Panthers are going to do, at least in this moment, as they made a huge 30-yard play to get deep into the red zone, and they are driving here. Another very quick drive here in this game, in this second half. This is going to be a keeper. No, Kotzner handed it off there. Kotzer, excuse me. And Troutman on that one did not convert. Just a couple yards short. So 3rd and 2 or 3rd and 3. Hubler got in on the tackle. Third and 3 here. A big moment again in this game. Cardinals defense being asked to make a big stop here.
And they still have 2 wideouts there on the left.
This is certainly more of a run spot, but that could make the throw more tricky. And this run is to Younger. It's going to be close. The side judge is calling it short.
I'm thinking he's short.
So 4th and inches. This is a big moment here. The crowd knows it. They're trying to get into it.
Eudora's coach is on the field. He needs to back off.
There's still a bit of a huddle here over the call of the 3rd down run. And the head referee does say it is indeed 4th down. 4th and 1 here. Fans are getting rowdy for Eudora. Here is the handoff to Younger. He's got the first.
It looks like
and the touchdown. He got it all. 4 yards out. He picked up the first on 4th and 1 and got into the end zone. Younger with his 3rd today, getting into the end zone. Paola now with the chance to tie it up on the PAT.
Well,
so a big moment there. Ends up Cardinals defense not able to make the stop. So
with 8 minutes remaining, we're intrigued to see what is going to be the next set of plays that comes out of Eudora. Is it going to be that long, grinding 6-minute drive, or are they going to go back to the air and do another 2 or 3 minute drive?
And this kick is big too. And up and good. A very nice kick there from Troutman. Means that this game is tied. So when we come back, the Cardinals will get the ball in an even match.
The smoothest, the creamiest, the most amazing ice cream you've ever had. That's what you'll find at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in historic downtown Eudora, Kansas. With over 100 mouthwatering Wisconsin-made ice cream flavors, including dairy-free and gluten-free options. The bakery is always serving up the most heavenly cookies, cakes, and so much more. Ask about Main Street's custom cakes for that special occasion. What are you waiting for? Come make the sweetest of memories at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in downtown Eudora, where it's always ice cream time.
As the Cardinals prepare to receive this kickoff here, something that they have to avoid, which they've only narrowly avoided so far, is a turnover. There was the one fumble that Seals turned into a first down, and then the near interception, really should have been interception, that was dropped by the Panthers' Jasper Logan. So I don't know. There's a fine line between playing it conservative and aggressive in a close game that's winding down towards the end, where you don't want to let your chance go by, but you also don't want to hand an even better chance than normal to your opponents. So there will be a fine line for Coach Steffen to try to balance upon here with 8:09 remaining in an even tied game.
Unusual situation there. The Cardinals were ready. The Panthers were ready. The Zebras were not ready.
Yeah, they often this season they've had a lot of conferences after touchdowns. I'm not sure what that's about. I'm sure it's got to be some standard thing. Here is Jarrett on this return. Makes a man miss at the 30. He can come back and find room. 35-40. Still going. 45-50. Into Panthers territory before he is brought down is Christian Jarrett. And that's something I talked about before, where a big return just gets the crowd into it. And that is exactly what that play did there by the junior Christian Jarrett, who has come up big as this season has gone on. Made a lot of big plays on defense. And that was a nice one there as the kick came to him, maybe a little unexpected for him. It was supposed to go to Seals, and he made a beautiful return.
Impressive personal effort. Just to refuse to go down, refuse to give up. He was going to get across that midfield line no matter what.
The way he came towards our side of the field and then went back to the other wearing 10 in a red jersey, looking a little bit like a prime Tyreek Hill there running around, making some nice plays for the Cardinals. A big moment there to start this drive. In Panther territory, Manley looking to throw. He's got Seals. He does have Seals, and Seals has the ball. He is inside the red zone right at the 16-yard line, 17-yard line. A big play right off the bat. Cardinals inside the red zone.
Well, that answers my question. They're coming out gunning.
Yeah, this is a completely different offense from the first half. Both offenses have been good, but it was all run the first half, and it has been all through the air here in this second half. And a few different receivers as well, which you really don't see when this Cardinals offense is in throw mode. But it has been Seals and Hubler and a few different options out there in the air. That time it was Seals, and he made a huge play. So 1st and 10 here at the 17-yard line now. The give to Seaman. Still up and then brought down finally, 2 or 3 probably on that one.
And he fell forward effectively at least.
Christian Jarrett still a little winded from his big return over on the sideline. That is huge. That allows the Cardinals to now be a bit more conservative. And there is Christian Jarrett coming up off the sideline. He'll sub in for Errol Seaman for a little bit. That big reception there allows the team to slow it down a bit, kill some time, and not have to worry about about the risk that comes with throwing the ball deep down the field. So a nice, maybe bit of a sigh of relief here as a pitch back to Seals. He's still up. And
impressive turn there. When he hit the sideline, he just turned hard left and drove forward.
I think he just got back to the line there, maybe a gain. That's on the play. But it was some impressive effort even just to not lose anything. They are going to give him a gain of 1. Some nice effort there from Adrian Seals, who has come up big on this drive. Errol Seaman now subbing back in for Christian Jarrett.
And 3rd and 6. This could be a throwing option here.
Yeah. We might see. I'm feeling a Manley keeper for some reason. I don't know if that'll happen. That's just the sense I'm getting.
Oh, and if it doesn't work out, we're certainly in field goal range here.
Seals out wide. Hubler and Majette in tight. Hubler in motion. The fake pitch to Hubler. He's going to keep it. Now he has Seaman and Majette. He finds Majette. Majette is down there. Not a touchdown. Because in high school, if your knee's down, you are down. But a beautiful throw there. A nice play call. Got Majette. Majette was wide open. And Manley did nice there to stay calm. Didn't rush that throw. Learned from his mistakes, perhaps. Finds 22, Matt Majette, who goes down there right inside the 5. Cardinals have done a very nice job post-Seals' big reception of slowing this down and taking time away from the Paola Panthers because they are going to get this ball back after the Cardinals hopefully score a touchdown. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 4 here. It says 1st and 10 on your screen, but it's 1st and goal. Majette in motion. The give here. No, Manley kept it. And Manley is in. Touchdown Cardinals. They regain the lead in very impressive and emphatic fashion. The Cardinals back into the end zone. Took them 4 minutes. And 3 minutes of those they chose to run off the clock after the first play of the drive there to Seals following the impressive return from Christian Jarrett. That the momentum from his return really felt like it sparked on the offense there as they went down the field immediately and scored the touchdown. Now here's a chance for Caden Kerr to make it a 7-point lead for the Cardinals. Ball is down, kick is up and good. So it will be a 7-point lead that the Cardinals will hold when they kick the ball back to the Paola Panthers, who have 5:34 to try to get back on level terms in this one.
The MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live, 5:34 remains on the clock, which could be about our average drive length here in this game, as ever since the first half where it was all 6-minute drives, they've gotten ever shorter, as the Cardinals did there with their 4-minute drive. So certainly enough time for the Panthers to respond in this game. Cardinals defense still has work to do, but they've also got the comfort of working with the lead, knowing that they've got some room to potentially make mistakes, but hopefully we won't be talking about too many of those here.
And the special team needs to be active right now and make sure there is not a significant return here.
Right. We don't want the Panthers to get the same type of momentum that Christian Jarrett provided to the Cardinals. This kick from Kerr is great. Hopefully it won't roll out of bounds, and it won't. Beautiful job there from Kerr, and a flag comes in. That'll be interesting as Troutman is brought down right at the 12. Hopefully this flag doesn't discount that really nice kick from Kerr, followed by good coverage. That was, I like actually what Troutman did there, trying to let that ball roll out of bounds. But in the end, it was too good from Kerr, kept it in.
He should have pulled the NFL play, stepped out of bounds, and then grabbed the ball.
Yes, you're exactly right, because then that puts the ball out of bounds. The penalty was against Paola right in that back corner. So they're going to be inside the 5 in the dread zone here with 5:27. That is huge, absolutely huge. That means that the the Panthers will need all of that time, and 5:27 is a lot. Is not a lot when it comes to having to go 96 yards. So the Panthers will almost certainly be throwing the ball, which could lead to a potential turnover. Your score says 1st and 4, but it is 1st and 10 here. This is a short run here to start. Interesting to see them keep it on the ground. It'll now be about 2nd and 8.
Well, you feel like this is certainly going to be some passing required. They need to make some gains to get up to about midfield if they want to slow it down from there. But certainly they need to get some chunks of distance here.
Adrian Seals and Errol Seaman credited with that last tackle. It is now 2nd and 7 here. Under 5 minutes remain. Paola has 2 timeouts if they choose to use them. They have 2 receivers out wide. They are going to throw. And that throw was very near to Matt Majette.
Very dangerous.
Had he been standing a foot to the left, would have had an easy interception. But that target that was looking for Jace Curley just fell incomplete in the end. Lived to fight another down there. It'll be 3rd and 7 now, and the clock stops for the Panthers.
Well, once again, they're in an obvious passing requirement section here, so we'll see if the defense can hold.
This is a big moment for the Cardinals, and the Panthers will take a timeout. Interesting, as the clock was not running. Those timeouts are very precious, and the Panthers choose to use one, so we'll take one and be right back.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live, 4:42 remains. 3rd and 7 is the situation. Interesting that the Panthers took that timeout. Time wasn't running out on them. They just took it. So they only now have 1 remaining here. If they're going to make stuff happen, that might come up big. This is Troutman on the keep. And he will be stopped there by a few different Cardinals. Looked like Thomas Cromer was in on that.
Just barely short of the first down distance, or maybe are they going to give it to him?
They are. The chains crew is moving. I thought he was short, but
it was close.
Referees say first down. Chain crew gets a moving, so the clock will temporarily stop and then get going again. Panthers getting set here. They've got Pichnenko out wide, who had that big catch earlier, and he is up against Wyatt Summers again, who was the player that he swiped the ball away from. Paola still taking their time here. A little interesting to see that, as they don't really have much of it remaining. Troutman under center here. I thought that was interesting. This is Younger still going. He gets maybe 15 on that one. I thought that was interesting that it's Troutman under center now. It is not their primary quarterback Kotzer, who's a very good runner, but Troutman is by far this team's best runner. I mentioned he's closing in on 1,000 yards on the season. They now have him under center. So not sure if that was an injury or what, but Kotzer is not playing quarterback right now. Panthers still taking their time. Maybe looking for overtime here. I'm not really sure what the thought is there. Maybe they would go for 2 rather than kick it. Troutman will keep, and he will be met by 3 different Cardinals in the backfield. Owen Wilkes among them. Big stop there by the Cards. Get him in the backfield. That is huge.
Yeah, absolutely. They got him up. They wrapped him up and they pushed him down. Thought there'd be a short loss there, but it appears he did get back to the line of scrimmage.
Big play there from the Cards. Van Dong was in on that tackle as well. They now have 2 out wide on the left. Jarrett is one of the defenders in coverage. Watson the other. This is Kotzer looking to throw. Rolling out to his right. A flag comes in. Crowd seems to think that it will be in favor of the Cardinals.
Covered on the play by Christian Jarrett.
We have got holding on the offense, so it'll stay 2nd down, but they will get backed up further, unless Coach Steffen chooses to decline, which he could. He will not. He will accept the penalty, so they will get backed up to 2nd and 15, or 2nd and 20, because I think offensive holding is a little bit worse than defensive holding.
And with less than 3 minutes remaining, they really need to get the offense in gear if they will have any chance of scoring. And Eudora's defense has just been on it right now.
2nd and 20 it will be. 2:53 remaining. Paola have still not gotten very far downfield, only on the 23 now. This is a pitch out to Troutman. Troutman is wrapped up immediately by Errol Seaman, the linebacker, making a big play there on 2nd and 20 to now make it 3rd and very long. It is close to becoming do or die time for the Panthers.
Absolutely pulled his feet out from under him there, and they're forced into a throwing position here. Almost no chance of running it here.
A huge tackle from Errol Seaman there will force 3rd and 20. They say no gain, no loss. Just a stalemate on that 2nd down play. Means it'll be 3rd and 20. Some confusion here for the Panthers. Time still running out. Kotzer will look to throw, and it's a long one. He's looking to Pichnenko, and Pichnenko got his hands on it but couldn't bring it down. Wyatt Summers was in coverage there. That same matchup has produced a couple big moments, and that time Pichnenko could not bring it down.
And they're leaving the offense on the field.
Yeah, 4th and 20, 2:04 left. No other choice here with only the 1 timeout. Seals is out there in return formation. You want to show that real quick to him, Kevin, while there's not any action here. Right around the 40, we've got a Cardinals player. Maybe that's not Seals. Is that Christian Jarrett? No, it is Seals. It's Adrian Seals. I guess he's maybe just playing as a deep safety. Panthers call a timeout here. So we'll take one real quick. I was considering keeping you here, but we'll just be right back.
Surprising turn of events there.
Yes, certainly.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live, as the game is on the line here, we were talking about why we think Seals was back there. I have to imagine he's really just playing deep safety, almost akin to when Travis Kelce or Rob Gronkowski have been asked to do the same, which obviously it's different in high school because Seals actually just plays both sides of the ball. But if Paola is to have to throw the ball long, which they do here, Seals would have been in prime position to get up and make a high point catch on the ball. Now it's Cole Manley who's deepest downfield. This is Kotzer looking to throw, and he is sacked. That is going to be the game. He is sacked by Matt Majette, brought down in the backfield. Cardinals will take over under 2 minutes remaining. They'll only have one timeout. That is it. The Cardinals have all but won this game. They can now kneel it out here and win this game, get back to 500. That is huge.
And the huge set of plays that Eudora has done here, offense, defense, special teams, all of it activating here in the fourth quarter to really seal this victory.
There was some calls out from the crowd looking for a holding penalty in the backfield, but it was that does not matter anymore as Matt Majette got in the backfield and brought down Kotzer as Kotzer was trying to let the routes develop so that he could make a throw down past the line to gain a first down. And while he was waiting for the routes to develop, Majette shut it down and won this game for the Cards. Paola will get to take one timeout. Before that, the Cardinals will take theirs because time had run out. Not that those 5 yards would have really mattered, but Cole Manley not wanting his team to lose 5 yards. So we'll take one last break here and then be right back.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Caw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Caw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Caw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Caw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live, Cardinals took their final timeout to avoid being backed up 5. They will assume victory formation here. Panthers might take a timeout to force them to do it a couple more times. Potentially, maybe some horrible mistake happens. But actually, Cardinals are just in regular play formation here, not victory formation. Manley just going to keep it, go up and get 3 or 4. Not sure what the thought process is there. Maybe Manley on senior night just didn't want to get some negative rushing yards on the stat sheet. Paola does not take their last timeout. Actually, scoreboard shows they have no timeouts remaining.
Yeah, I think that the last one they took was their third. So yeah.
Yeah,
they're out.
Okay. So that means that they have no say in this. The Cardinals can let this go if they want. They can keep making plays if they want to, but they're at this point now under a minute 20. They could just kneel it out and the game would end. Might actually be the preferable option. You'd hate for them to keep going for it like this and have an untimely fumble happen and something horrible in this game.
Or an injury. No reason for that.
True, right? Yeah, as we're about to head into the postseason here, Cardinals will have to make one last play, and then this game will end.
Well, they needed that get right. They needed that momentum. So heading into the playoffs with their seniors firing on all cylinders here, really impressive game for the Cardinals tonight.
Yeah, good to win a close game. They've had some agonizing close losses earlier on this year. Penalties still playing a big part, which they really need to rein those in if they're going to beat high-quality opponents. But we'll focus in on this game now, focus on the here and now, as the kneel there from Cole Manley means this game will end with the Cardinals as the victors. They will go to 4-4 and also make the Panthers fall to 4-4 prior to regionals. The Cardinals get back in the wins column and will end the regular season at 500. A nice win for the sake of momentum, sake of belief, sake of some stats, and nice to see Errol Seaman back out there on the offensive side of things as well. This is a big game in many different ways for the Cardinals as they will head into the postseason next week after a victory here on senior night. We will take a quick break and then recap this game here on Eudora Sports Live.
State coordinates of new land acquisition.
Oh, you know that big oak tree that got struck by lightning?
Negative.
The barn with the funny cow mural?
Negative.
One-eyed scarecrow?
Negative.
Giant water tower? You're not from here, are you?
I've never seen him.
Robots don't know you. We do.
Hey, how's your dad doing?
For over 80 years, we've built relationships first and plans second. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Anthony Brown in Eudora today at 785-615-0516.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live, Kevin McAvoy and Reed McAvoy with you as the Cardinals are victorious here. They go to 4-4 on the season. They get it out to a 500 record on the regular season calendar. This is the post-game show brought to you by Anthony Brown at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Anthony's goal is to help you plan for the unexpected and protect your future. Getting to know you and the things that are most important to you will help them customize the right plan for your needs. To learn more, visit them at 101 West 10th Suite A in Eudora or call 785-615-0516. So this will begin our post-game show here, and we'll just recap this game. I've got all my drives here. In the end, the Cardinals ended up with 7 drives, while Panthers ended up with 6, and one of those should have an asterisk by it as they just kneeled it out to end the half. So the first drive of the game, Younger scored a touchdown, the fullback for the Panthers. Then Hubler responded with the rushing touchdown of his own. Younger then on the second drive for the Panthers got his second. And then on the second drive for the Cardinals, there was the turnover on downs, the incompletion to Errol Seaman. And then the Panthers kneeled it out from there with their quote-unquote third drive. The Cardinals then on their fourth, Manley got a rushing touchdown. Cardinals on their third, Manley got a rushing touchdown. Paola on their fourth, they ended up punting. Hubler then gets the 63-yard touchdown. Younger responds with his third touchdown of the game, a very impressive performance from their fullback. Manley then got his second rushing touchdown. And then the sack by Matt Majette on 4th and 20 is what sealed the game, where the Cardinals could then take over and kneel it out to win 28-21 here. So, Kevin, what do you think this game means for this Cardinals season, getting back to 500 going forward to the postseason?
Well, I think they have a lot of confidence going into the postseason because all stages of the game were firing that second half. It was a completely different game second half of tonight. The special teams was performing. The defense stood up, forced a punt, and then the offense just really couldn't be stopped. And I think that was a real momentum builder heading into the postseason here.
Yeah, that was a different offense from the Cardinals than we've really seen all season. I mentioned we've seen some good passing against the much, much lesser opponents like Bonner, Springs, and Baldwin, but that obviously from this final score, Paola is not one of those much, much lesser opponents. They are an even opponent, a very good team, and the Cardinals were able to pass it very nicely against them. It wasn't perfect from Cole Manley. There was the one pass that should have been picked, and he also missed Errol Seaman in the first half. But that maybe was the motivation he needed to turn it on in that second half, because he absolutely did, and he started making things happen to the point that the Cardinals won this game. So we've got a bit of a tough decision to make for our player and our play of the game, brought to you by Absolute Painting and Barbed Wire Barbecue, respectively. And when we come back after this break, we will have to finally make those decisions.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know. It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
High-quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Jean's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family-owned, Jean's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Jean's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Jean's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live, we are going to have to finally lock in our answers for the player and play of the game. We had some discussion in the break, not quite sure who. So the one that we'll start with then is the one that is quite clear, and that is the Who's Smoking player of the game, brought to you by Barbed Wire Barbecue.
And Who's Smoking is Hubler.
Yes, it is Braylon Hubler. Be the MVP at your next watch party with Barbed Wire's Smokin' Game Day deals. Pack starts at $35 to feed 4, or the biggest pack that feeds 8 for $90. Pre-order now by visiting them at barbedwirebarbecue.com or call 785-856-0877. And as you mentioned there, Kevin, it's Braylon Hubler. There wasn't really any other choice. He was big on defense, not to mention the rushing touchdown, the receiving touchdown, all the plays he made throughout the game. He had many big plays. He had his one catch that he then drove down into the red zone that was truly when the Cardinals established, we are going to be passing this entire half. And Braylon Hubler was just making all kinds of big plays out there today on senior night. The senior shone bright, and so he is our Barbed Wire Barbecue Who's Smoking player of the game.
Absolutely. I thought his momentum that he created, absolutely just being an absolute stud out there on the field, just could not be stopped.
And then the much tougher one to decide, the absolute play of the game, which is brought to you by Absolute Painting. To take advantage of Absolute Painting's winter interior special, book from November through February and get $1,000 off and other great offers. Some restrictions apply. For details, call 785-333-9651. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute. And for this one, we've got a few different candidates. The one big one we thought about maybe was Christian Jarrett's kick return into Panthers territory. That was nice.
Great momentum.
It's created the momentum that went into Manley scoring what ended up being the game-sealing touchdown. But Braylon Hubler's 63-yard receiving touchdown, also huge. Matt Majet's game-sealing sack on 4th and 20, also huge. There were all kinds of huge plays in this game. This absolute play of the game is specifically defined as the most pivotal play in the game, which doesn't make it any easier to pick an answer, to be honest. But I'm just gonna go with Braylon Hubler's 63-yard receiving touchdown. It was an impressive catch all by itself. He caught it right over the shoulder of the defender and then shoved through multiple tacklers to get into the end zone.
There was downfield blocking on that play. It was really, and the decision from the coaches just to go for it there, I think, is also a pivotal part of it.
Yeah, it was a really, really good play. There were all kinds of different plays, but we are going to give Braylon Hubler both the player and the play of the game from Absolute Painting and Barbed Wire Barbecue, respectively. We will take another break, and then I'll give you the final scores from those other games that I highlighted around the Frontier League and preview what will be coming up here on Eudora Sports Live.
The smoothest, the creamiest, the most amazing ice cream you've ever had. That's what you'll find at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in historic downtown Eudora, Kansas. With over 100 mouthwatering Wisconsin-made ice cream flavors, including dairy-free and gluten-free options. The bakery is always serving up the most heavenly cookies, cakes, and so much more. Ask about Main Street's custom cakes for that special occasion. What are you waiting for? Come make the sweetest of memories at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in downtown Eudora, where it's always ice cream time.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
Hi guys, just wanted to say thank you from Eudora Animal Hospital for all your support and go Cards!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
Call insurance agent.
Hello, customer.
Oh, great. I just had a quick question about my insurance.
You are 312th in line.
Oh, it's just a real quick question.
Would you like a callback in 6 hours?
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Hey, Max, I can answer your insurance question.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Anthony Brown in Eudora today at 785-615-0516.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live, you've got some interesting visuals on your screen as there is a very impressive post-game show here from for senior night. So looking around the Frontier League, the Baldwin Bulldogs ended up only losing 42-0, which considering it was 35-0 at halftime, sort of an impressive defensive performance there in the second half against the their undefeated opponents, Wellville. And we are still trying to get you some of the other scores from around the Frontier League. I will get you those in a second. But just focusing again in on Eudora. They will have their regionals matchup next week. They have been very successful when it comes to their first opponents in regionals, generally always coming out the victor. And that one will be right here on Eudora Sports Live. Do not worry. We'll be covering all of those games for you. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, they've always been pretty successful. So here I'm now getting the Lewisburg score. We told you that game was 7-0 Spring Hill around halftime. The Lewisburg Wildcats ended up coming out victorious 35-21 over the Broncos. They turned that game around and beat Spring Hill. Spring Hill, one of the best teams around, but Lewisburg, that is also an apt description of them. Those are two of the best teams in the Frontier League. And then looking at the Tonganoxie-Ottawa game, that one ended 40-10 Tonganoxie. So Tongi came out pretty emphatically in that one. But focusing back once again in on your Cardinals, who came out victorious, a hard-fought game, one where they were not leading at halftime, but then leading at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth, and they were able to maintain and also had to regain that lead and ended up sealing the victory very nicely so. Braylon Hubler, the star of the game. So that is going to do it for us here on Eudora Sports Live as we wrap up the regular season at 500. That is going to do it for Kevin McAvoy and Reed McAvoy here. Go Cardinals, and good night.